While the Ford F-150 has been a top-selling truck, the last time we tested it, it didn't really do that well. And the reason why? It was slow, it didn't stop well, and it didn't offer stability control. Well, Ford went back and they tried to address these very specific problems. The addition of the 6-speed automatic transmission helps make the Ford F-150 quicker off the line. The 5.4-liter V8 still sounds a bit rough, but you'll appreciate that extra power. Braking is another area where the F-150 really improved. Stopping distances in both the wet and the dry, very short. And now that stability control is standard equipment, it really improves its performance in emergency handling. But when it comes to ride and handling, the F-150 always reminds you you're in a big truck. The ride, it's really stiff. It transmits all the bumps in the road right into the cockpit. And except for the sound of that rough engine, it's pretty quiet overall. On first glance, the interior, it doesn't look bad. But when you look closer, all the plastics, well, they're very hard. There's not any rubberized coatings or anything on the knobs. And the glove box just crashes open. The controls, they're pretty well laid out, pretty easy to use. One really nice feature is the Microsoft Sync system. It's finding its way in most Ford products now. The voice commands, they work really well. And you can control your iPod, your phone. You can even read text messages for you. We also like the built-in controller for electric trailer brakes. Often you have to put in a separate aftermarket controller that kind of hangs around. Having it built in makes it nice and neat. As with most full-size pickup trucks, the cab is really generous. Tons of room around here. And there's some features that help different size people get comfortable, such as the adjustable pedals and seat height adjustment. But if you're a shorter person, you still might not get very comfortable, so try it out first. But no matter what your size, we really recommend getting the optional running boards. They make getting down and up much easier. And unless you're doing a lot of off-roading, they won't get in the way. There's tons of room in the back of our Super Cab F-150. The seat, it's a little bit low, but with all the legroom back in here, it'll be very comfortable. The other advantage of all that room behind the rear seats is if you want to carry stuff inside the cab, you can easily move those seats up, and you got a lot of room back here. The cargo bed, it's generous. The side sills are high, which gives you a lot of room in here if you want to stack stuff up. But the problem is that those high sills make it a little hard to load stuff over. Another neat feature that the F-150 does have, though, is if you get the optional step ladder here, it makes it real easy to climb up into that bed. So the Ford F-150, it's a good work truck. And while it's certainly not the most civilized truck on the road, the improvements they've made have made it a really good entry.